Hey, what is up, you guys? Tutor Jane here, and today I'm going to go through rearranging equations to make other variables the subject of the equation or the formula. So this is based on this question that I posted today for my maths challenge, and I'm going to go through this as an example. Then we're going to go through some more questions that I'll just make up and give you to practice. Okay, fantastic. So. Question 15, rearrange the formula to make D the subject of the equation. So here we have capital T equals, I'm going to rewrite it again, the square root of 3D minus E. Now, when we rearrange to make other variables the subject, what we have to do is we need to isolate that variable on its own. That's how we do this. So in this case, the variable that we want is D, and we want to rewrite this equation in the form D equals something, right? But we don't know what that something is yet. So to get D on its own, we have to get rid of everything around it. Now, to get rid of something from an equation, we typically move it to the other side. And to do that, we have to do the opposite of what that thing is currently doing. So here we see we have a square root, right? So to get rid of the square root from this right-hand side of the equation, we need to do the opposite of that, which is to square it. Because the opposite of a square root is to square. And what we do to one side, we have to do to the other. So then we have to square the other side as well. So then this gets rewritten as t squared equals 3D minus E. So now we have a 3 and an E on this side. So to get rid of the E, we have to do the opposite of what it's currently doing. So this E is currently it's currently minus E. So the opposite would be to plus E. And what we do to one side, we have to do to the other. So then this becomes T squared plus E. Then the E's cancel out on this side, and we get T squared plus E equals 3D. Great, and now we've got the 3 left, and the 3 is currently multiplying the D. That's how we get 3D. So to do the opposite of that, we need to divide by 3. What we do to one side, we do to the other. So we get T squared plus E over 3 equals D. And this is the answer to our question, to make D the subject. And this is what you would put on the answer line, this box here. Now, as convention in algebra, typically we would write this on the other side. So this would be written as D equals T squared plus E over 3. But that's the same as this here. Both are correct. This way is just the preferred way of writing your answer. And this is what you'd write on the answer line. Okay, perfect. So now we know how to rearrange formulae. Let me give you some practice questions. So we can practice. So we can do these together. So let's do question 1 here. Let's start easy. Let's say you had 2x plus 3 divided by 2. Oh, hold on. Nope, let's not do that. Let's do 2x plus y divided by 3 equals, I don't know, 12. So now I'm going to say, let's make y the subject of the formula. So you could do this with me. You can do it probably a lot quicker than I can write it out. But because I'm going to explain my thought process. So to get the y by itself, we need to get rid of everything around it. The easiest thing to do is to get rid of this 3 here. We're going to do that by multiplying both sides by 3. So these cancel out, and we're left with 2x plus y equals 36. Then to get the y on its own, we're going to get rid of the 2x by taking away 2x from both sides. So we get y equals 36 minus 2x. Let's do question 2. Let's say you had x squared plus 2y divided by 4 equals y. Okay, so now let's solve to get x and to make x the subject of the equation. So again, to get the x on its own, we're going to get rid of everything else around it. So there's a 4 down here, so I'm going to get rid of the 4 by multiplying both sides by 4. So I get x squared plus 2y equals 4y. Yep. So the 4 is going to go up there. We have a 2y over here, and it's currently x squared plus 2y. So we're going to get rid of the 2y by taking it away from both sides. So we're going to get x squared equals 4y minus 2y. And we have a square here. So we want the x on its own, we don't want the x squared. So we're going to get rid of the square by doing the opposite of that, which is to square root. So we're going to square root both sides, and we're going to get x equals the square root of 4y minus 2y, which is 2y. So that is how we rearrange to make x the subject of this equation. Cool, perfect. Let's do 2 more. So let's do question 3. Let's say we had 5a plus 2b minus let's say 2b over 3 equals 3b. Yeah, why not? So now I want you to make b the subject of the formula. This is slightly different because we have 2b's, so we're going to have to collect the terms before we get the b on its own. Let's go through this question where we're going to make b the subject of the formula. So, as I said first, we want to collect all the b terms together. We want to simplify our b terms to make it one b term. So to do this, I'm gonna take this away from both sides. So we're going to get 5a equals 3b minus 2 upon 3b, or 2b over 3. So now I am going to, this is 3b minus 2/3 of b. But to make this a bit easier, I'm going to get rid of the bottom half of this fraction by multiplying the entire equation by that bottom half. So this is going to be times by 3, and this is going to be times by 3. So we're going to get on this side 15a. My handwriting is atrocious. 15a equals 3 times 3b is 9b minus 2 upon 3b times by 3 would be 2b. So when we simplify this, we get 15a equals 7b, and we want to get the b on its own. So we're going to get rid of the 7 by doing the opposite of what it's currently doing. So it's multiplied by 7, so we're going to divide by 7 on both sides. So these are going to cancel out, and we're going to get 15a over 7 equals b. As I said before, in algebra, convention is to write this the other way around. So b equals 15a over 7. Perfect. Let's do one more. And then I'll give you some questions for homework if you want. So let's say we do 3x plus y to the power of 5 minus 2 equals 3z plus 6. Yeah, okay. So now I want you to make y the subject of this formula. So to get the y on its own, we have to get rid of everything else that's around it by doing the opposite of what those things are currently doing. Here we have a minus 2, so we're going to do the opposite of that and add 2 to the entire equation. So we're going to get 3x plus y to the power of 5 equals 3z plus 6 plus 2. Yeah, because when we add 2 to this side, it's going to cancel out, and we add 2 here, and we're left with this plus 2 down here. So then we're going to get 3x plus y to the 5 equals 3z plus 8. Great. And now we're going to get rid of this 3x by taking it away from both sides, because it's currently a positive 3x. So we're going to get y to the power of 5 plus 3x minus 3x, which cancels out, equals 3z plus 8 minus 3x. Cool. And now we're going to get rid of this power here because we want the y on its own. So this is currently raised to the power of 5. So the opposite of that would be to do the 5th root. So we're going to do root 5 to the entire expression. So now we're going to get y equals the 5th root of 3z minus 3x plus 8. Perfect. And that is our final answer. Can we simplify this further? Not really. We can take the threes out of this and factorize that to get 3 open bracket z minus x. But it's the same as this. We can't simplify this whole expression any further, really. Okay, perfect. I hope rearranging formulae to make other variables the subject of said formula or equation makes more sense now. So I will give you some questions for homework. So if you want to practice this some more, just tell me what the answers are to these questions in the comments below, and I'll tell you if you're right or wrong. So question 5, I'm gonna actually say for all of these, make x the subject. So question 5, 2y plus 3x squared equals 4. Question 6, 7x minus 2 equals 3x plus y. Question 7, 9z squared plus 4x cubed equals 3y. And last one, question 8, 12x minus z equals 14y plus 3x. Perfect. So do these questions for homework and let me know what the answers are in the comments, and I'll tell you if you're right or wrong. Anyway, that is all for this video. I hope you guys learned something. And I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do like this video and share it with anyone else you think may find it useful. Last but not least, if you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys later with more math challenges and tutorials. Bye for now.